Okay. You ready, Commissioner? Okay, welcome back, everybody. This is the Monday briefing, August 26th of the Mason County Commission for 2024. Apologize about the delays that we had. We had an issue getting into the Zoom, so we were not able to until late. Now that we did, we opened up with a closed session under RCW 42.30.140, Section 4 for labor discussions. It was extended for 10 minutes, 11 minutes afterwards. We are now going to go ahead and move into the Treasurer's office. Lisa Frazier. Lisa, are you available?
Hi, so I am briefing for Lisa today. My name is Paige.
Paige, welcome.
Hello. We're just going over the cancellation of outstanding warrants yearly. So yearly per RCW 3956.040 states that warrants not presented within 1 year of their issue shall be canceled by passage of a resolution of the governing body of the municipal corporations. So we've done our due diligence, and the auditor's office has done their due diligence. And so presented with the exhibit of the outstanding warrants that we have, we are just hoping to get those canceled.
We've done this historically over and over. Commissioner Trask, are you comfortable with this?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you have two. Thank you very much, Paige.
Thank you.
All right. Do you have anything else for Paige, Commissioner?
I don't.
All right. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, we're going to move into Mark Neary, Support Services.
Thank you, Commissioner. So going to kick it off with Jen.
Good morning, Commissioners. I just have the interagency Blake reimbursement agreement between Washington State AOC and Mason County. And it's just a continuation over the last few years. We've received the opportunity to receive reimbursement through AOC. So no change in the agreement.
And are you, there's no change. Are you asking for a signature though?
Yes. Yeah, there's no change in the wording. I mean, there's a slight, I think it's slightly less of a dollar amount. But I mean, the overall body of the agreement is not changing.
Okay. Commissioner, you okay with putting it on the agenda?
I am.
As am I. What else do you have for us, Jim?
I did have one other item. So the that's not on the agenda, but the Skoke flood zone, there is a slight change to the wording on tomorrow's agenda. So the Skoke flood zone district was abolished by resolution 01-14. Yeah. And so Tim recommended that we put that into the body of the resolution. So I did that, sent it to Mackenzie and to Cammie. So and Tim signed off on it. So I just wanted to mention that since it is a slight change.
That does make sense. Commissioner, you comfortable?
Yeah, no. If Tim says do it, let's do it.
Okay, thank you.
There you go. Thank you, Jennifer. What else we got, Mark?
TJ.
Morning,
TJ.
Morning. So I got two things for you this morning. The first one being a vendor data access agreement. We have many vendors that tie into our system and pull data from us. So the purpose of this agreement is to outline the vendor's responsibility with our data and the obligations to notify us within 24 hours if they have a cyber incident. It's pretty standard forms utilized in a lot of other counties. So I'm just looking for approval to make that a thing.
Okay, so you want to put this on the agenda?
Yep.
I'm comfortable, Commissioner Trask?
Yeah, I read through it, and if you like it, I like it.
I like it. Let's make it happen.
All right. So next we have incident response policy. So the purpose of this policy is to assist departments creating a cyber incident plan. In the event of a complete system shutdown, we want departments to be prepared with our alternative operating plans. With IT's help, this policy will help identify what services are mandated to provide and come up with alternative ways of doing business should they need to. My plan to implement this is by distributing the policy along with a web form that I've developed to all departments. Once I've received an outline from all departments, I will work with them to shore up their plans. Once the county feels we're prepared and everyone has a plan, I'd like to schedule an hour-long mock outage of the system. I think this is the only way to really test these plans and make sure we have all of our bases covered. Any questions on that?
Sound advice. Do it the real way.
Yep.
Commissioner Trask?
No, I think it's a great idea. We talked about this before too. And will this be going through our oh my goodness, our IT committee?
IT steering, both of these have been through IT steering.
Okay, all right. And is the mock, is it going to be a surprise or is it going to be scheduled?
For this one, I'd like to schedule it. We'll give people a time frame, but we'll treat it as if it was real.
Okay.
My hope in any incident is I have enough time to get an email out before we'd have to shut things down. So we'll walk through that procedure just like it was real.
Okay.
Avoid
like
the panic.
Yep.
Okay. We're good. Thank you,
All right.
Tom.
Thank you.
Thanks,
TJ.
TJ. Yeah, I appreciate TJ putting this stuff together. I think actually going through a real life example of it for a scheduled hour is very eye-opening. And so I think it'll help all of our departments and offices kind of recognize how does that going to impact us doing our jobs. And it'll also help kind of prioritize that list of where does TJ and his team need to focus on getting things back up. So a lot of work. Appreciate TJ and his team putting this stuff together, and I think it's a good test. Becky, do you want to talk about your application and received from Catherine McLean?
Yes, if I can get okay. Yeah, good morning, commissioners.
Morning.
So this is a second application to be considered to serve on the Board of Equalization. Bringing forward Catherine McLean's application. And last week we had another applicant that I had brought that name forward. So now there are two applications to be considered. So just want to point out that there are two positions vacant on the Board of Equalization. The regular member position and also an alternate member position. So we are asking them.
Is that including the one that just resigned?
We could have two alternate positions. So yeah. So so the only positions we have filled at this present moment are two regular member positions. So we need three regular member positions and we could have two alternate positions. We have no alternate positions now. With the recent resignation of Terry Arcieri.
So do we have enough to conduct business right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But
So
we would like a third member appointed.
I got you. Commissioner Trask, it's up to you. We're still waiting to interview the other one. This one here, we've interviewed her before for the area aging advisory committee. Is she somebody you want to interview, or do we want to move this to appointment?
After you jogged my memory this morning, thank you very much for doing that. I would feel comfortable not interviewing her and just moving her forward.
Okay.
But that, I don't know if we want to wait for Kevin to do this or not, but I'm comfortable just moving her forward.
Okay. I'm comfortable with it also. Is
Okay,
Kevin coming back tomorrow?
Yeah, well, and it only takes two, so.
Yeah. Okay. What else you got, Becky?
That's it. So I just appreciate your consideration to fill those positions.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you for everything that you're doing. It's quite the adventure, isn't it?
Well, this year especially, Becky, you've taken a lot on your plate and you're doing exceptional work. Thank you. All right, Mark, what do you got?
That's all we have for you today.
Commissioner, do you have anything for Mark?
Nope, if I do, I can walk down and knock on your door.
Throw stuff at him.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark. We're going to go ahead and move on to the auditor, Steve Duenkel. You see him? I do not see him.
I don't see Steve on here.
Hey, let's see, Steve Duenkel at 9:45. We're past the time. Okay, I'm gonna go
Yes, we
ahead
are.
and we'll see if we can pick him up at the end. Diane, if you would mind make a phone call up there to the top and upstairs and see if he's available. Public Health, Dave Windom.
And Commissioner, if I could suggest maybe
Yes.
if he's not available, have Marie come on because this is elections, so she knows all about this.
Yep, if he's okay with that, I'm okay with it. All right, Dave Windom, go ahead.
Okay, good morning, Commissioners. We're gonna start off with Ian with a couple of things.
Morning, Commissioners. The first item I have for you is the Board of Health approved the basic sanitation policy, which is presented there. Most of you have already, had discussions with me about this policy and are well aware of it, so I won't belabor the points much, but did you have any questions or discussion? And if you don't, I have a follow-up item that's basically pretty close to-
Although I was not in favor of it, I definitely appreciate all the hard work you did. You did a great job. This is a great policy.
Thank you, Commissioner.
I just had a few simple things that precluded me from accepting it, but thank you for your hard work. Commissioner Trask?
No, I worked with you and I think that this is good. I think it's solid.
Thank you.
I just got it. And for the audience, solid waste. Okay, what else we got?
The next item is, as we've been discussing this policy, we've brought up, the issue of the code enforcement. And I wanted to just bring this up as a briefing item to see if the commissioners wanted to schedule a more in-depth discussion. I'm happy to answer, any questions or discuss some things now, but I don't know if you want to do that at this time or schedule a special meeting.
I know Kevin was very interested when we were talking, and he had different ideas. What I would like to see, if you don't mind, if Commissioner Trask would agree and approve, I'd like to see an actual part of the workshop for us where we take a little time to go over it with you, giving us some ideas on how we can get past this and fix it and actually enforce. They may not work right now, but maybe with your ideas, we can help to get them to a position where they can be enforced. So
Okay.
That's where I'm at on it. Commissioner Trask?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that this is good. This is something that's of importance for many. So, yeah, I like the idea of having this as a study session or a work session.
Okay. You okay with that, Ian?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Do you have anything else for us?
That's it.
Thank you. Hey, Dave, do you have anything for us? Nope. You can talk all you like, but we can't hear a single thing you're saying.
Yeah, and I don't know sign language, so
Yeah. Neither do
no,
I.
got a couple of things. Melissa, go ahead.
Good morning, Commissioners. Just a really quick item. As you know, we are in the middle of moving from Building 8 to Building 13. We've been letting, people at the front know, anybody who comes in the front door. We've posted things on social media, but we would like to read a news release at tomorrow's regular meeting, if the commission approves.
Yep. Are you reading it?
Yes.
Okay. Commissioner Trask, you good with that?
I am. Are we going to have somebody in the room?
I will.
We prefer you come to the room to actually read it if you don't mind.
Okay, I'll be there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and last thing, I just had a conversation this morning with Abe Gardner about mobile health care. North Mason Fires doing their mobile health care. We are in the process of getting RFPs for a mobile health van for public health type work. We had a conversation Friday with the hospital about if we as a county have our mobile health van, maybe the hospital would rent it from us a couple days a week to do some health work that they want to do.
Interesting.
So I'll talk to Abe, and I think we would like to get together on the 18th of September and bring all the parties that are going to be doing mobile health work together, and then have the commission there as well to talk about who's doing what, so we're not duplicating things, and then we can fill the gaps and make sure everything gets funded.
Way to think outside the box, Dave. I like the idea of them renting it and keeping other things going. That's a great idea.
Yeah, the work we're doing anymore, you can't do it by yourself. You have to have other partners, and that's just the way we're going to go.
Commissioner, any questions for Dave?
No, it sounds great.
Okay, Dave, do you have anything else for us?
Nope, I will go ahead and set that up.
Okay, Commissioner, do you have anything for Dave before we let him go?
No, just I'll see you soon.
Yeah,
Thanks, Dave. Have a great
Yep.
day.
thanks.
We're gonna go backwards in our agenda. Steve Duenkel, please.
Good morning, commissioners. Hey, I'm sorry, missed. When I saw the updated time for today, I thought it was 10:45, not 9:45. So my apologies for being late. But I did want to take a few minutes to just brief you that this week we're going to be conducting our part of the statewide manual recount for the Commissioner of Public Lands race. That's the first time we've had a statewide manual recount for a primary race since 1960. I wasn't even born then. So we're pretty excited about it. And with great thanks to Loretta and to Kelly, I want to, and the rest of the Public Works team, thank them for letting us use their conference room this week to conduct the manual recount operations. We'll have 10 counting boards set up. Training for that activity is later today up at Public Works, and the actual counting begins at 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll run from 9 to 4 p.m. Tuesday and Wednesday. We should be done by then, and the public is welcome, as are observers from the candidates, observers from the parties, and anybody else who wants to see how their elections work.
So Steve, I see there's a cost of approximately 15,000. Is state going to be reimbursing for that?
Yeah, and that's kind of a puffy estimate, Commissioner Netherland, but the state will be reimbursing all costs for the conduct of the manual recount.
Wonderful. Commissioner, do you have anything for Steve?
Yeah, so I'm through the rumor mill, so you can correct me
Yes.
if I'm wrong or not, but it sounds like we've got 24 from the Democrat Party, and we only have 13 from the Republican Party. Do they have to go through the chairs of the two, because it has to be the two
That's a great
parties that
question.
are,
Yeah. So each counting board will be staffed by one member from the Democratic Party and one member from the Republican Party. Those names are to be provided to us from the party chairs. And so we asked for 20, hoping we could get 10, because 10 was the number we based our plan on. It looks like we'll have sufficient number of volunteers from each party to staff 10 counting boards. So that's where we're at.
so is that required through an RCW or a WAC, or because sometimes maybe a party chair is not available, or they don't get the word that they need to go through the party chair. So do they have to go through the party chair, or can they just contact your
I
office?
haven't seen that in the WAC. I have anybody that's contacted me directly, I send them straight to the party chair, because I'm looking for each chair to give us the comprehensive list of volunteers and any contact information.
Okay, so
I'm not taking, because I'm not the one who says, yes, I know this person's affiliated with one party or the other. I need to rely on the party chairs for that, because they're representing the party.
So you don't know of a whack or rule. This is just the process that you've chosen to go through.
Yeah, that part isn't covered in the WAC.
yeah, I know I searched the site, the Secretary of State site, and found nothing on that, or went through the RCWs and couldn't find anything on that. So I was just curious. And so if we do have folks that are interested in doing this that haven't signed up already, they should contact
Their
party chairs.
Right. And
Now,
with
can
that,
they just show up? So I know there's training this afternoon. Can they just show up?
So for those who want to be observers,
I'm sorry.
For those who want to be observers, we're conducting training from 1 to 2 p.m. up at Public Works. For those who are going to be appointed to counting board positions, that training will be from 2 to 4 p.m. and that will be followed by an administration of an oath to staff that counting board.
Okay, great. So if you're interested, please come and
yeah, no, it's going to be. I'm pumped. The team's a little apprehensive, but I'm pumped. It's going to be awesome. It's a little piece of election history, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I fully use, your team is pretty darn awesome. I know that they've done a lot of research and they're doing it, they're gonna do it right, so.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
I
Mr.
agree,
Auditor,
Commissioner Trask. Thank you.
for a little piece of history, the last recount that we had years ago with Dino Rossi and the hanging Chad, me and my partner were the ones that found the first hanging Chad in Mason County.
Oh, there you go. And that was from 2004. And that was the last recount for a general election. This one is has the historical milestone back to 1964, a primary race. So, and this, I don't think I shared this, but we're the number 2 and number 3 candidates are separated by 51 votes.
Wow.
So
yeah, my seatmate though was so excited, holding it up there. We got our first hanging Chad. It was a huge event back then because you remember how that worked. Okay, do you have anything else for the auditor, Commissioner?
Nope.
Thank you guys very much. Appreciate the time, and we'll keep you posted on the results. And if you get bored, stop by and see how things are going.
Awesome. Have an awesome day.
You too. Thank you.
Next up, Loretta Swanson. Hi, Loretta. Where you at?
Actually, I think you have,
You see Dave.
is it Mike or Dave?
It's Dave Smith, and I apologize because I'm using my coworker Peter's laptop. So,
all right, George. What do we? Are you representing Loretta today?
I believe so. I just have one item and one update.
Okay, what you got?
Okay. Good morning, commissioners. Thank you, Dave Smith, Public Works. So the item that we have is a private line occupancy permit request from Mary Ruth Mann. And this is the request to install a water line and a power line across North Shore Road to serve a wellhead to provide water to a cabin on the waterfront.
Richard, any questions?
No, I think pretty standard, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
Just looking at the drawing. No, I'm good moving forward too. Put it on the agenda. Okay, what else you got?
Okay, I wanted to give you an update on the Tunerville Bridge project. When we got to work this morning out there at the site, we had realized that someone came and stole a lot of our aluminum parts. And they stole a light system, and they stole some of our ribs and some of our reinforcing. And we're doing an assessment now of actually what's missing. We're working with the supplier to see if those parts can be had from just off the shelf or if they have to be custom manufactured. But I just want to let you know that we'll give you an update on the extent of it, but it may delay the project.
On. So have you thought about putting up maybe game cams or anything like that at our construction sites, just so that we have a record of who's been there, who could be borrowing stuff?
Yeah, I don't know that we've done that, but it sounds like that might be a good idea.
We should. Please let Loretta know and have her bring that back to us because I'd like to see that as well. Did anybody hear what happened at Kitsap?
Yes.
That was incredible. They
I did not.
hot-wired a piece of machinery and then took it, damaged and ripped up all the other machinery that was around it.
Yeah, 1.3 million, I think is what I heard.
Wow.
And that could be us. So we need to get people like that. There was no rhyme or reason. It was just damage for damage's sake.
Yeah, they did a lot of damage to the equipment and also the construction site. It's going to be an expensive fix.
Yep.
And we just had other issues here recently where with our speed sensors where they had taken and damaged them as well. So
yeah, I like game cams. You never know what you're going to catch.
Yeah, I think it's time. Well, hey, we had a Bigfoot ceremony here at the county,
right?
Last year, remember?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Bigfoot days.
So, do you have anything else for us, George?
No, that's all I have right now.
Excellent. Do you have any questions for him, Commissioner?
George. I don't.
Hey, Dave, just to kind of remind you, if you might have already done it, but we should let Nicole know in risk management about it. And then and obviously the sheriff's office to do a police report.
Sure will.
Thank you.
All right, Mark, do you have anything for him also?
But that was it. Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. See you later, Dave.
Thank you.
All right. So that brings us to the end of our agenda, except for commissioner discussion. Commissioner, do you have anything you would like to discuss?
I don't think I do. We have a meeting tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Regular
And I
meeting.
believe we have a hearing too.
Yep, that's what I have on my
Yeah.
phone. So Comfort Creek culvert replacement. Also, they were supposed to be briefing us on that. Hopefully there's no impact we have to worry about letting the public know. Okay. Other than that, I will entertain a motion.
I'll move to adjourn.
I'll second. Hearing no objection, we are adjourned. Have a great day. See everybody tomorrow.